feel like this episode, episode 3, is gonna be the busiest one. There's quite a few things happening in this video. You guys are gonna see me moving, getting results, a walkthrough of my empty apartment, where I lived, the outside of it, flying out, entering into a quarantine facility for 2 weeks, some quarantine food, and reuniting with T. It's gonna be a doozy, so fasten your seatbelt. Let's go. It's like 8:30 a.m. The movers are on the way to here, and I don't know how long today's gonna take, but I did as much as I could last night. There's some items that I'm not sure what to write on the list, so I'm gonna ask the movers when they get here. I've used a moving company before in Japan, but that was like within the prefecture, not internationally, so I don't know 100% how everything goes and how many people come, but we're gonna see. The movers came at 9 and they finished at about 1, and I stayed just cleaning the apartment, and the realtor or the landlord or whatever is going to come tomorrow, so I have to come back here. I'm so glad that this is done. I was so stressed about it last night, but the movers were really kind and really nice. So they would ask me, is this by ship? Is this by air? And if it wasn't one of those two, obviously it's going to my in-laws. So I would say the prefecture that it's getting shipped to, and they literally went around and put like little tiny pieces of tape on everything, and they were so efficient and so quick. When I tell you guys how professional and efficient the movers were, like, words cannot even describe. Sometimes I think I really get into my head. I was so stressed about dealing with the moving situation just because, you know, it's, yeah, not in English, it's in Japanese. So it actually went a lot smoother than I originally built up in my head. And the relief that I felt when they left was just euphoric. Like, ah. So then I quickly just cleaned up the apartment because I knew the next day the landlord was gonna come and do the final walkthrough. So you can see all my stuff is there, I'm gonna take it. Actually cannot ship aerosol cans even by boat, so there's my kitchen. I'm standing in the corner. This is where my fridge was. It looks so much bigger without the color boxes there. My washing machine is gone, everything is gone. I had to clean here. So empty. Like nothing, nada. There's my bathroom. The waste of TV because it was never used. The loft is what really blows my mind. I think people are always curious about the size of this loft, so push this back. This is me in the corner. I can almost stand up. There's a lot of space at the top, and I'm 5'4", so I'm about 164 centimeters. And this was our living room. And then we go downstairs. This was supposed to be the bedroom downstairs, but we made the loft the bedroom. That's garbage, leftover garbage, but that's where you walk in. And then this is supposed to be the bedroom. We were really lucky, I don't know if you can hear me, but we were really lucky in this apartment to have a massive amount of closet space. And all at the top. So T and I shared this closet from like here. Oh my goodness. While I was cleaning the apartment, I had music playing, and I was just kind of reminiscing, you know, thinking about all the things that happened in that place. T and I, that's the first place that we lived together in, and we got married being in that apartment. A lot of things between us have happened there, like making memories and stuff, so I get a little teary thinking about the memories that we've made there, but I'm also very hopeful and looking forward to the memories that we're going to be making here in Taiwan. I'm dripping sweat. 22. This hotel room's pretty good for one person. You come in, got a fridge, you got some refreshments, some storage, desk, TV, have a bed all to myself. Look! I'm off to pick up my test results, and they should be negative, so I will see. So I got my test results and it came back negative. Woo! Staying at home paid off. Where we're moving to in Taiwan doesn't have Fridays, and there's a Fridays in the basement of my hotel. So I got Fridays takeout. I got wine in a cup. Cheers! Woo! Thanks for joining me on the journey. We're almost there. I also don't mind living my best life with the food before I go into a 2-week quarantine, because I'm not sure if I'm going to like everything. Can't believe this is the last time I'm coming to the station. I can tell you one thing, I definitely won't miss these dang stairs. Yo, that's my home. That is where I live. That's where I've lived for like 4.5 years. And I've always been super careful about filming it because, as you can see, it's kind of ground level and the second floor is up there. And now I wait. I wonder if they turned the power off yet. They're supposed to. Not yet, which means I can turn the AC on. Ooh. So I brought a bag to pack up any leftover last minute stuff. Hi, hello. Funny story, I just got a free umbrella from my local 7-Eleven. They're so cute. I don't have an umbrella and it started pouring rain and I was soaked and I ran in to buy one. Because I'm there all the time, I'm always chatting to the ladies. They're so kind. They're like, just take it. And I told them I was leaving on Friday to go abroad. Alright, so I'm back in the hotel. I have to say, my video went live on the way to me going to meet the landlord or the realtor to do the walk through the apartment, which was super smooth. It all went okay. There's quite a bit of damage to the wallpaper, so obviously they make a note of that. They take a floor plan and they circle everything and you sign off on it, and that's done. So I'm back home now. Tomorrow is the day that I fly out. I have to go to Narita Airport. Because I'm gonna be in quarantine for 2 weeks, I get meals delivered to me. I could order out and then somehow they deliver it to my room, like the quarantine area staff would deliver it to my room, but to avoid that, hopefully, I picked up snacks that I'm gonna bring with me to Taiwan. T told me that's the biggest regret is that he didn't bring any snacks, because him and I are both snackers and we just love our snacks. We're piggies. So I got things to bring with me in my suitcase. I got 2 of my favorite peanuts, the spicy seaweed peanuts. 2 bags of these are resealable. I got a sweet one. This is actually limited. It's cheesecake. I got a bag of Snickers, like little mini Snickers. I got these potato snacks. These are so good, and they're just little mini bags. There's about 5 inside. I got some almond chocolate, a long potato snack. I love these, they're really good. I got cheese okaki, which is kind of like a senbei, but there's cheese in the middle. I also noticed a foreign currency place near my hotel, so I stopped to get just a few Taiwan dollars, just in case. This here is about 15,000, so 15,000 yen worth. That will go in my file folder that has literally everything I need. I'm just doing a double check of everything to make sure that I have the visa, that I have all of the flight information, I have my PCR tests, I have everything like customs papers, travel documents. I don't like flying, but I'm not nervous for the flight. I think I'm just nervous because there's so many like little things I need to have. I get breakfast and coffee. Got it. Time to go back to the hotel. All right, off we go to the airport. I got my luggage. There's so much stuff in here. Wish me luck. I'm on the way to Keisei Ueno Station, which you can catch the Narita Express from there. It's limited times right now that's running, so hoping I can catch the next one and not have to wait too long. All right, it's about $25, and my train is track 2. 7, so this is 6 up here. Dare mo inai. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm flying Eva Air. Let's go to the south exit. There's not as many people here as normal, and there's so many police officers. Or maybe that's because there's not so many people, so you notice them more. Anyway, I'm going to check in. All right, I'm all through security and everything like that. That was the fastest security ever. And I got a few omiyage, a few souvenirs. Now I'm gonna go to the gate. Wow, that's a huge airplane for about like 100 people. Here we go, goodbye Japan, see you, I don't know when. The frontline workers right now, people who are doing their best in their jobs, whether you are an airline attendant, you are working at the airports, you're working on the front lines in grocery stores, you're working at quarantine facilities, you're just doing something to facilitate people's daily lives. Like, the amount of appreciation I have for those people, like words cannot even describe it. It's because of people like that that I am even able to move to this country during this global crisis. I'm just really thankful for those kind of people. In Japan, when you're flying domestically, you do not need any tests, any like COVID-19 negative test results. To fly internationally to Taiwan, everyone on that plane would have had a negative test result, and it would have been issued within 3 days, because once it's older than 3 days, it's not valid anymore. That was a little bit reassuring to me. I mean, entering Taiwan was an experience. I didn't film anything for privacy purposes, but I can kind of briefly say to you what went down. So as soon as you leave the plane, there are people who are working, whether for the airport or the CDC. Some people had CDC uniforms on, others for immigration and stuff. They escort you to where you're supposed to be going. So in Taiwan, if you do not have a Taiwan SIM card, or you don't have access to get like a text message from somewhere in the country, right when you disembark, there are some SIM cards that you can buy. So I luckily have a SIM-free phone, so I bought a SIM card for about, what was it, 700 Taiwan dollars? I think it's about $25 for a 15-day SIM card. So I have a Taiwan number because I need that Taiwanese number so I can get text messages from the government to check on my health every day. Before you even get that message, you have to fill out a bunch of paperwork. Everything goes into that paperwork, as well as the phone number that you are given. So I had to put in my Taiwan phone number so I can have the government contact me. And yeah, I was taken to the quarantine facility. Oh my goodness, I made it. They told me the rules, that basically I'm not allowed to leave my room at all, only during certain allotted times to get food. They had dinner waiting for me. All right, so this is dinner. I don't know what it is. Might be chicken. And oh my God, the food that they feed us here is amazing. I mean, I feel like the food has been pretty freaking good and well balanced. Lots of veggies and meat and everything like that, and fruit. Breakfast number one. So it looks like we have some meat buns and got some xigua, some watermelon. Quarantine lunch, some of that kind of pork. All right, breakfast today. Day 4 quarantine lunch. I think this is French toast, got some wieners. Today is the morning of the 15th day, and I am leaving this place. I'm eating tea for the first time in almost, like, I don't even know. I'm excited. Hopefully you didn't forget this face. Let's go. I mean, I'm kind of nervous. I don't know how to socialize anymore. And it's also gonna be in another language. Thanks. I made it. It's now evening, and we just ran errands all day and tried to settle and unpacked and cleaned. Are you happy to have me back, babe? Mm-hmm. Are you sure? T got me a birthday cake, which was a nice surprise, even though my birthday was more than a month ago. But you know what?
Thought counts.
That's right, the thought counts. And who denies cake? Honestly. Wow, it looks fancy. It looks huge. How can we finish this, just us two? Do-do. Do-do. Oh, that's right. Okay. Wow! Yes, I'm in my pajamas with wounds trying to settle. So I'm just finishing editing this episode 3, and I want to say thank you so much to everyone who has followed along on the journey. So the rest of my vlogs will be here in Taiwan, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that and you guys are excited as I am about sharing this country, learning new things. I'm already having to brush up on my Chinese and speaking some Chinese, and wow, henna is difficult. If you liked this series, be sure to let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!